Hello everyone, welcome to the Whistling Hermit's One Card Spread series. Note that this video is divided into three parts. A short introduction, which we are doing right now. Part 1, which is a descriptive study of the card for the day. And Part 2, which is a reading from the Handbook of the Tarot of A.E. Waite from AGM Urania. If you want to navigate directly to any of the three parts mentioned, just click on their respective links at the timestamp provided in the description of this video. This video series is primarily intended for learning how to read the tarot. However, you can also use this as a card reading for the day. This is a timeless reading, so if you are watching this now, its message might be for you. In this series, we will be using the Giant Rider Waite Tarot deck. We will also be using the Handbook of the Tarot of A.E. Waite from AGM Urania. The first part of the video will be a descriptive study of a specific card in the tarot. We will describe what we see and the insights and feelings we gather from what we see. Now, the first part is characterized by spontaneity. We allow the cards to speak to us regardless of the generally accepted meaning of the card. By doing this, we hope to increase our intuitive capacity for reading the tarot cards. In the second part, we will be reading the description of the card taken from the booklet of the Tarot of A.E. Waite by AGM Urania. If you intend to use this as a timeless reading, you can randomly choose any card in the series that resonates with you. An alternative approach is to shuffle a Rider Waite Tarot deck and pick a card randomly. You can then choose the card in the video series that corresponds to the card you picked. Note that this series is a work in progress and it might take some time for the 78 cards to be completely read. So, without any further delay, let us proceed to the card for the day. We are now in part 1 of the Nine of Wands. Okay. You see here a person who is injured. He has a bandage on his head, no? And as if he is guarding. He has a guarded look. He is watching around. And he is clinging on to this wand that he has, no? As if for support at the same time, not just support physically, but support for his emotions. It's as if the wand that he is holding on gives him a sense of security, that he is ready to use this wand to defend himself. And he has also placed a lot of wands behind him as if like a gate of protection to protect him from whoever will attack him. If we try to look at the previous cards, no, in the seventh card, the person who is on top of the world is defending himself from a lot of people, and as he was trying to defend himself, he received assistance from the divine, from the universe, and somehow he was able to make it through. He survived, although he had some injury. Sometimes it's like that also when we are going to go try under challenges in life, we get injured, and when you get injured, he even has a bandage here. It seems like this is a bandage. Maybe this is also a bandage. So he is already a veteran of the struggles and challenges in life. He's a veteran in the struggles in life, and because of that, there's a certain sense of guardedness, maybe even cynicism towards the world, that the person is a little bit guarded. So if you are reading this card and you have just survived a lot of trials in life, maybe this is a point for us to reflect on ourselves, to see maybe the trials that we have undergone have made us too guarded in our life, that we are not able to enjoy it anymore, that we are always watching our back, always in the defense. So we are not able to enjoy anymore the beauty of the nature behind, because we already put a lot of defenses in order to protect us from getting hurt again. So sometimes it's like that when you undergo trials in life, we tend to put a lot of walls, a lot of boundaries or a lot of guardedness. It's good to have healthy boundaries, but not too much boundaries. Too much boundaries can also limit our living life to the full. So maybe that is the invitation. This person, yes, he is being a veteran in life, but the challenge for him right now is to be, it's true to have that boundary, but not to the point that it already limits his life and already brings fear in in a lot of moments in his life instead of having him enjoying life. Anyway, by the way, the experiences that we have in life should make us even stronger and more confident and happier, and we should be living life to the full because of the experiences that we had. But sometimes the effect is that it makes us guarded and it limits our enjoyment or living life to the full. So for this card, maybe the invitation is, yes, to maybe lessen the guard and to enjoy life a little bit more. Well, that's it for now. Let us go to part 2 of the Nine of Wands. Welcome to part 2 of our one card spread series, and our card for today is the Nine of Wands. Let us now read from the booklet of the Tarot of A.E. Waite from AGM Urania. Nine of Wands. The Wands suit carries a tension between group activity and individual action. Here, we see someone who battles life's problems all alone, able to stand his ground no matter what. And yet he pays a price. He grips his stick tightly, either for support or as a weapon to ward off any new attacks. We might imagine him as the survivalist from Seven a few years later, when his battles have taken a toll. His right shoulder hunches up in tension, while his arm blocks his chest. The bandage around his head suggests a psychic wound. He looks over his shoulder at what? Do the other ones represent enemies or threats? Or has he fought so long that he now searches for enemies only he can see? Another more positive reading would notice the gap in the row of wands, as if the one he holds comes from there, and suggests the nine symbolize his resources. Divinatory meanings: strength, heroic action, an emotional or physical price someone might pay for a long struggle. Warning, advice: weakness, possibly defeat, but also a suggestion to let go of defensiveness. Action, a moment to stand firm rather than walk away or seek solutions. Well, that concludes our part 2 of the one card spread series on the Nine of Wands. Until next time, thank you and have a great day.